Here we are, Hardcore Crappie Fishing. We are back every week. Boom! We come up with something new, something interesting, something exciting, and sometimes we just like to, talk. But this week we're talking Inspector Gadget. He would love being on this show. He's not. You got us. Anyway, we're talking about gadgets. So we're gonna start with Greg, because what he has is sticking him in his pocket. And something you should use all the time. What do you got in your pocket, Greg?
My scissors, man.
All right.
Yeah, I got scissors, and I even have a little extended one that my life jacket.
Yeah, must be nice.
That cuts it. Yeah, I got those.
So that's scissors. That's actually.
I got a tooth out there that is chipped from biting the line right for all these years, and you go to the dentist and he charges you a little bit. Scissors are cheap.
So is that for braided line?
It's will cut braided line. These will cut braided.
Do you cut mono with that too? I heard that you're not supposed to.
I cut anything I want to with them, but they will cut braid. And you don't have to have tension. You can cut it and it'll be loose.
Is there a brand on that?
Yeah, Mad Fishing.
Oh, Mad Fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
$5 a pair, guys.
There you go.
The $5.
Let's see.
Cheap.
Oh, now I got a pair of scissors.
There you go. Put them in your pocket.
And so that's better than my counter.
Oh yeah, the button.
Up yet, yeah. Which is a gadget.
Yeah.
Tell them about.
Well, the button. It's pretty cool.
Button. Everyone has a button here. You have a button?
Everybody
you have a button?
Yeah.
You have a button?
I got 3 or 4 of them.
But it's called a button, and it floats. It's sealed. No water can get in it to the batteries. The main button in the middle.
Okay.
You can count, and you can set it to where, like, if you got 2 people in the boat at 30, it'll vibrate. And then there's 2 buttons at the top, up and down.
Okay.
And so what I normally do, you can keep up with, like, this person catches his 15 and this one catches his, and you can keep up with it that way. Or you can, a lot of times I'll do the top one, and there's a total number of fish we caught all day.
Right.
We may catch 100 fish, but we caught 30 keepers. So it's pretty neat little gadget.
Keeps you legal too.
Yeah.
Somebody
in this group has one.
Yes.
But I don't know if he's figured out how to work it. For some reason, he thinks
it's probably complicated.
He's still got to use his toes and fingers, and then he has to count them 3 times to make sure he's got the 15. So I don't know. I won't mention his name, but he's in this crowd, and he sits pretty close to me.
He can count to 16 because that's how many minnows he puts on.
Is that why they're always on the deck?
He has to do that. He has to do that. He has to do that 3 times because he's only got the 10 toes.
You're next, Lance. We saw this. This is pretty cool.
This is an aerator. They call it Bub's Daddy aerator.
Right.
It's that was made for a Frable cooler.
Yeah.
Right. Where it's mounted on top.
First started out as being Ingles, didn't it?
Yeah, well, he makes some stuff for those.
And they go on the side.
They go on the side. It's a little clip on the side, but you can. This one unscrews that you mounted on top. What I like about it is it's got little lithium batteries in it that you can just has a port to where you can recharge them. They say it'll run for. They say it'll run for about 3 days straight. I don't ever do that, but I mean, usually I have no issues with it for 8 hours of fishing, and it has a little knob where you turn it on.
Right.
The little red dot right there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but that's where you want to put it, and that's where you get the efficient amount of air coming through, and it's not drawing all the juice on the battery. One cool feature I like about it though is it's quiet.
Okay.
I can't even hear it.
I mean, you can't even hear it. I mean, you turn it on.
Yeah, that other one you got on that old one, that thing drives you nuts.
This one, just about right there. I mean, you can barely hear it. I mean, sometimes there it goes.
Yeah.
You have to kind of turn past it just a little bit to get it to kick in, but then, I mean, it's barely.
You charge it every time?
I charge it every time.
Fit?
I charge it every time. It
You know they spelled your name wrong.
They did. But anyway, his name is Eric Langston, I believe his name.
Yeah.
And but you can look him up on Bub's Daddy. It's
That's in Oklahoma. He's out of Oklahoma.
yeah, no, he's out of Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah,
Oh,
and but he builds them. He has a website. You can look for them online. They're about $85. People kind of back up a little bit, but if you look at it,
Yeah, it's well built.
but if you look back at it, I mean, you're gonna spend that in batteries these days.
Yeah.
So eventually add up if you're a lot fishing.
Yeah, those, what's that one brand, the Bubbler or whatever, takes 2 D-size batteries. One time the D-size will last for
I mean,
2 or 3 days, and the next time you run it, it runs 2 hours and it's dead.
Yeah, so I mean, you save a lot. I mean, eventually you pay for it and the batteries you spend on another one.
I mean,
So-
we used to carry them in the extra batteries in the boat.
Remember? Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great little tool. I like a lot. It comes with the stone and has the tube, you know, and even has
Is it square stone still? The big or
that's
rectangle?
the one I have is a real long one.
Oh yeah, you got. It's
I got a real
oh,
long,
nice.
but some of them will come with about like a 4-inch
Yeah.
stone and the tube, and then it comes with the little cord to charge up your thing,
Cool.
the batteries up. But yeah,
And you also have a net too.
yeah,
You have that red net.
I got a black one now.
Oh. Did you lose the other one? Because I heard a story that someone was like, you just throw your nets in the lake.
No,
Well, they're supposed to float.
Yeah, did that
All
one?
supposed to float.
that one just got torqued on me, and I got one from Outlaw Net now. So it's an
Alright,
Outlaw
so
net.
now you got another net.
Yeah,
Oh, you just change nets all the time.
yeah. Jeremy sent me another one.
There you go.
And I jumped on it. So
Yeah.
Might be monster.
I need one. I need one now.
That's for
I
probably
need that.
monster.
New net.
Did you bring mine?
Zip tied together.
I don't have one for you. You only sent one.
You got a new net for me?
I do not.
Oh, I thought you said you got them both.
No.
Not enough gadgets.
Not enough gadgets.
I know, yeah. So
Once you go
got
on a
your-
guide trip with him, he might be laying in his
So
crappie.
he
with
got
a
it,
net.
you got yours, for some reason I thought you said you got them both.
No.
Payton, what'd you bring in?
I
Keep it real now.
Real Magic.
Oh.
I think it's one of my most favorite gadgets and accessories in my boat.
Yesterday.
Yeah, you saw me use it a bunch.
I used it.
So when I get my poles ready for the next day, I spray all my poles, my line with this, and my reels, and I kind of let it marinate overnight. And about midway through the day, if I'm having line trouble, or I can't make a far enough cast, or I can't shoot underneath the dock far enough, or my line's just knotting up, giving me a mess, I give her another dose of that, and lubricates my line, and it's just great stuff.
So you
So-
sprayed on the spool itself, just
On the spool that's lined up, and you'll see it'll change the line at like a darker color, and that's just it's just working down in there. I mean the next one you're like, man, this is the line's great. So
Did it take some of the kink out?
yeah,
Or not?
yeah,
Does?
yeah. I mean it's
Yeah, it works really good.
and I use it with my bait casters when I'm chasing roamers. I mean I spray it on there and I have less trouble. So it's it's one of my
And-
most favorite.
In the
Thanks.
wintertime, you can spray it on your eyes and it helps keep the ice down.
Helps keep ice off your line and the eyelets.
let me try that.
So
Need like a long spray one.
I need
Well, it didn't creep.
For him.
I need to
Put
switch
it
the
in and
engines.
tan.
I need to switch
I tell you how that is. I got 3 cans in the boat at different areas of the boat. So
Oh, wow.
it's always within reach.
I'm about as bad. You've run me. I've got it too. I bought 2 new cans the other day.
So I originally started using dock shooting because I couldn't get back in there far enough because I need to go 30, 40 feet sometimes, and I was like,
So it's increased your gas.
oh man, yeah, yes. So and just the lesson line kinks that's saved me. So because every day I was coming back especially when I did tournament fishing, I just take my line off. Now I change my line once or twice a season.
Really?
So
Wow.
instead of every trip, like I was doing. So it helps with my customers too, not getting line trouble.
Right.
So that's great stuff. That's my favorite gadget, I guess.
There you go. Well, I brought me a little crappie fillet
Yeah.
knife.
A little one.
Yeah.
I'm used to catching some
No,
big
that's
knife.
That,
Down. It looks sharp too.
Oh, it's sharp.
is that
So-
not considered as a weapon?
So you're so old school. You're still using that.
No.
Oh, okay.
I do sometimes use small. This is
Uses the plug-in kind?
No,
Oh,
no.
You've
I'm
been
using the
Rapala or
Rapala. I'm
Oh,
using
okay.
the Rapala
That's what I
one,
use.
so it's been working
He's
pretty
Bubba,
good.
he's Bubba, I'm Rapala.
Oh, you are? So, yeah, there you go. So it works really good. I mean, the price point is right on it.
I've got a Bubba.
So, but anyway, this is actually, Pico has a line of
Really?
accessories in their Vanguard tackle. And that's actually all the terminal tackle that,
A little bit long for a boning knot.
no, they have some
That's a great
smaller
for catfish
ones.
though too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have some smaller ones too.
They got small ones, they got small little 6-inch ones and stuff. But I brought
Yeah.
that because, if you're gonna go to a fight, you always bring the biggest.
What's that?
knife.
Is that considered as a weapon?
I like filleting catfish and sometimes spoonbills, old school way. That's the best way to do
Yeah.
it.
But they have pliers, scissors, you name it. You go to their, you go to Pico's
That's
website,
good.
you can find it. You have some clippers
Yeah,
and you
some
have
clippers.
the
I have,
Vanguard stuff.
Yeah,
It's usually green, like all their tools have that
the pliers
Sure.
got this little neon green.
How do you-
fancy green.
How did you notice it was green?
How did I know it was green? Because it wasn't pink. Be careful and don't cut yourself on
I
that.
was trying not to.
Oh,
I've used it a couple times too.
Really?
Cleaned it up really good for photos.
I need like one for the kitchen too. Slice some steak.
Slice and dice.
There you go.
That's nice.
So the thing about gadgets is we all have them on our boat. Do you have anything else, Greg, that's within arm's reach when you're at the console that you can grab that you use all the time?
I keep my needle noses pretty handy. I mean,
Yeah.
I've always got a good pair of needle hose, and from time to time, I also got either just a regular pair of pliers
Right?
or channel locks. And I use those quite a bit in the summertime. When I get I'll say it probably the proper way, but when I get a gar, needle nose gar,
Right.
I just get a hold of his hole toward the base where it's sticking.
Oh, that's a good
I
idea.
just get a hold of it, of his snout,
Right?
and I get my hook back, and then the
Yeah.
rest of the time, he can continue swimming. I just let go of it, and he just swims
Big
off.
channel line.
Yeah.
You can't just reach in there and grab a hold of it. I mean, I've had some people, I've seen some people wear like these gloves that are
yeah.
supposed to help keep from cutting. They'll wear them and grab a hold of them that way. I don't want my fingers in there, so
That's a good idea.
I do keep a pair of pliers and with them channel locks.
All right.
And then if I get catfish, of course, the needle nose comes in handy on
Yeah.
them. Those catfish are clamped down on a stinking crankbait. I mean, they got both trebles. I've actually broke the hooks before
Trying to get them out.
trying to get them out.
Yeah.
So I do that a lot as well. So
How about you, Lance? You have anything in that cup holder besides
Coffee.
like stuff?
coffee.
Oh, just stuff.
Man, I don't really.
Usually you just have dead minnows
I just
laying
think-
on the
yeah.
deck.
I mean, heck, someone have caught them. You've been with. You've caught a dead man. No, I don't.
No, nothing right there where you're sitting?
I mean, just to measure.
All right.
I also bad in the habit of having a towel handy,
Yeah.
Good towel.
a
How
little
about
hand
you?
towel.
How about you, Payton?
I keep scissors with me, and I keep 2 different scent attractants because I'm a big, huge believer in scent.
All right.
So
And what are you using for scent?
I
You can
use,
tell us. We're friends, we won't tell anyone.
Bobby Garden slab jam, and I make my own stuff. I call it big pizza bait marinade.
All right.
So I use both of those a lot.
Does it taste like chicken?
No,
When
they
you
still
put
bit
on
like
yours?
licorice. That's all. That's only a hint I'll give you.
I usually have these readers.
Yeah.
So I can tie a knot. So if you ever see an old man in a red boat that doesn't seem like he can tie a knot, come over and help
Well,
me.
you know how to really do that if you can't see, don't you?
No.
You hold the eye or the jig up to your tongue, and you push the line, you can actually feel it coming through the hole, and then you get hold the teeth and just tie your line. I've done that for years, fishing at night. I never turn a light on.
Is that the
And of course, the bass.
I think you had lead poisoning. Have you ever heard of that? Lead poisoning?
How about the hook getting in your mouth?
Well, yeah, it's just a single hook. I mean, you just hold the head up and you feel that line go through. Just pull it right there.
There you go, baby.
I've done that for years, man. I've done that for years. Don't even turn a light on at night.
No.
All right, well, that wraps it up. Hey, Greg, if they want to go with you and they want to see you tie a knot with your mouth or something that's like a cherry thing, I got nothing to go on.
I think he needs to
this thing.
show us.
That's
Yeah, well, that's another show.
Yeah.
When he's choking, we can just do like choking, and then I can do like, I'll remove a hook. Today or yesterday, I removed a hook from a guy who had it in his knee,
Oh no.
and he had been working to get it out, and it was like the meat was tenderized on where he was pulling it with the trouble. Choop, snapped it right out for him. Happiest guy in the world. I did the line twist. Yep. I said, I counted down.
I've never had to do that.
I said, are you ready? I said, I'm going to count to 3. And he said, and I popped it right out before I even did anything. I said, if I waited, he was going to flinch. Because he had been it was tenderized, his meat.
I had one guy that had it just barely sticking out, so we just pushed it on through and just took and cut the hook.
Hey.
Pulled it out that way.
All right, Greg, if they want to go fishing with you, once again, and
Greg's
they want
got
to see you
service on
tie
Facebook
that knot.
or 479-601-1683.
Lance isn't as talented as Greg, but he'll take you out fishing. What's your contact information?
Lance Hughey at Crappie Guide Service. Phone number is 497-236-4105.
Payton?
And Payton Usrey Fishing on Facebook or 479-387-6153.
Thanks, Cap.
Yeah.
And I'm Brad Wiegmann. You can contact me at 479-756-5279, or you can find me on Facebook at Brad Wiegmann. Like we always like to keep our show, like we always like to end it, make sure you keep it
Hardcore.
hardcore.
I don't